All right, so an evening update, evening being in the UK. Trading book is going quite nicely today, all things considered. Moderna is up 2.7%, and very uncorrelated to the market, bouncing off the bottom of the range again. So happy with that. Viking Therapeutics is up over 2%, again, very uncorrelated to the market. And I say that because the market has rolled over. In other words, sold off from the highs. I'll get to that in a minute. Plug Power, I reduced my position a little bit because the price action is awful. And as a trader, there is no room for emotion. If the price action is not good, you reduce your position. You don't keep adding to a shit price action. I will buy it back 100% because the only difference with the only problem with this position is that I was buying it at 1 and then it went to 3 in the space of a month, right? You can do the maths on how much of a gain that was. So when it started to come back again, it's a tricky to get it right in terms of when it exactly get. But I sold a little bit. I'll buy it back tomorrow, hopefully lower. Orsted we discussed. I think the most interesting thing of the day is Novo Nordisk. I got a lot of messages this morning asking me about why the price action was so bad on the open. The answer to that was the Morgan Stanley downgrade to underweight. It's a pretty significant statement by the market to ramp this up into the close to close the day up 1%, despite a a Morgan Stanley downgrade. What that says to me is the market says you're wrong, I'm afraid, which I agree with, of course. So Laser, tiny position, irrelevant, just chopping around, doing nothing. QQQ short and Palantir short, both started the day very strong and have subsequently rolled over. Now, I want to get to this now because there's a note out from Goldman this afternoon. Now, remember, Goldman have about 50 different people saying different things for all across the firm. One of the European people this morning came out and said it's time to buy stocks, so you have to be very careful. But I just want to share with you something from the professional world this afternoon, which is something that traders in the professional world have to consider and have to trade around and have to think about, which is the pension rebalance for the end of this quarter, given how much stocks have rallied, will be for them to net sell one of the largest pension net rebalance sells that we've seen in over 4 years. So there is a chance that equities sell off into the end of the quarter, which would obviously be completely in line with my thoughts and my positioning with my short in QQQ and Palantir. My hope is that they continue to sort of struggle along and then roll over. We'll see what happens. I'll remain nimble at all times. I'm very happy with the book. Very happy names like Viking and Moderna. And Illuma for most of the day, but it's actually come off now. Novo, etc. All these stocks were green and closed near the highs, right? Or trading near the highs. And that in a tape that's relatively under pressure is a good sign. So happy with the longs, happy with the shorts, and I'll update you further probably in the morning. All the best.